All right, so a lot of people always ask me, what is a good budget to set aside for a BMW E39? Well, my answer is that it depends. There are E39s out there that go for less than 10,000 ringgit, and there are also E39s that go for more than 30,000 ringgit. So in today's video, I'm going to show you what an E39 that goes for more than 30,000 ringgit looks like. And what we have here, this is a facelift 525i M Sport. This is perhaps in Malaysia market, this would be a very, very highly sought after spec because number one, M Sport trim. Number two, facelift. Number three, now, even though in overseas market, the E39 that you really want is the 530i, but the 525i works very well in Malaysia as a sweet spot because of road tax. Okay, the 2.5 liter road tax in Malaysia is 870 ringgit versus 2,100 ringgit for the 530i 3 liter. Now, there's also, of course, the 523i 2.5 with the same 874 ringgit road tax, but that makes 170 horsepower. The M54 525i makes 190 horsepower. So as disclosed in my earlier video, this car didn't actually leave the factory as a facelift. Somewhere in the past, somebody stripped this car to its bare metal shell and transplanted a full Japan half-cut 525i M54 into it. Headlights, engine, gearbox, long shaft, rear diff, brakes, interior, everything. Okay, so all that is left of the original car is the body shell. Even the doors would have been from a facelift car. Now, how do I know that it is a thorough conversion? Okay, because when you open this, you check the body. So as I mentioned earlier in my video, if this was an original M54 car, all these holes for the bulb would have been round. Here it's squared because that's the shape of the pre-facelift tail light. But notice that there's only one wire coming out from here because this is the tail light for an M54 car. This is an actual facelift tail light because if it is a convert by right, there will be two wires coming out from here. But this is one wire. So what this means is that all that is left of the pre-facelift stuff is just the body, the wiring, architecture, everything has been converted to a facelift. So it is a very, very thorough job. Okay, and take note that this car also pasang reverse camera, the one that's integrated into the boot lid holder. That's the neatest installation. Now, fun fact, this is an E60 badge. This 525 badge is from E60. It's not an E39 badge. Now, I can't tell you if these bumpers are original M Sport. And I'm going to tell you that it doesn't matter. You see, original E39 M Sport bumpers for what at this age are known to be very brittle. In fact, most owners have given up sourcing for original M Sport E39 bumpers already. They rather go for the aftermarket, the PP bumpers or the fiber bumpers, okay, because they are a bit more durable. Problem with some of them is fitment, yes, okay, but original M Sport bumpers are priced too crazy now. They are going for 2,000, 3,000 ringgit for a set, and not guaranteed in good condition. All right, but from what I can see, also from what I know from the owner, this car was repainted sometime within the last 1 year or 2 years, glycerite paint. Okay, I know the owner lah. This guy, he's a no expenses spared kind of fella. Very, he's a OCD kind of owner one. So whoever that buys this car is really in for a good deal. Now, these are what perhaps also the most sought after rims for the E39. This is what they call the Style 37 M parallel rims. Disclosure, these are replicas. But guess what? These replica wheels in the market also cost 3,000, 4,000 ringgit. Original M parallel wheels are asking for 7,000, 8,000 ringgit. And when they come up, they are snapped up. Okay? So these are replica M parallel wheels. These are, I think, the only replica wheels that I know of that also can still command 3,000-4,000 ringgit. Now, let me just show you, zoom in also to you the shape of the side mirror. Notice that it is slightly rounded on the edges. Okay? In my car, the side mirror has very sharp, it's more sharper edge. What's the difference? Now, if you go to the potong kereta shop, they will tell you that, oh, this is M Sport punya side mirror. But actually, what that rounded edge means is simply the side mirror has power folding. That's it. Okay? You know, one of the things about part dealers, right, part sellers, that they always like to label all these things. This is M Sport part, M Sport part. Bullshit. Okay? That's just power folding side mirror. That's it. But they like to say this is M Sport side mirror. But what's really M Sport here is the door card. So in my car, this thing is not there. Okay. At first I thought this was an ashtray, but actually it's a cup holder. It's a coin holder, right? So this is cool. So if you see this coin holder here, this is the specific door card for M Sport E39s. All right. This is also M Sport side seal. These things, this alone is they go for crazy prices, and it is very, very rare to find one where this rubber is still in perfect condition. These M Sport Alcantara seats are also of very, very high specification. And check this out. Look at that. Powered headrest as well. So the interior is of a very, very high spec. Now, this M Sport steering wheel comes from the E46 M3, also found in the facelift E39 M5. This steering wheel also is a very popular and highly sought after mod. Okay, bad condition ones go for 800 ringgit. Good condition ones ask for 1,002. Okay, and just to start the car, now the owner has changed it to this fancy jackknife key. Okay, so this here is what we call the high OBC instrument cluster, same like what I get in my car. And over here, well, it's got the Extron head unit, Android head unit. And what we like about this design, what most of us E39 enthusiasts like about this head unit, it's because it replicates the original factory touchscreen, factory screen that was once offered with the E39. All right, so this is a very popular design. It's either most people like either the Xtrons or Ionon. These two are the popular ones available in our market. Okay, and this car, interestingly, only has ASC. It has no parking sensors, right? But that's not a big deal, because also, as I mentioned earlier, thanks to the Android system, right? It's got reverse camera. Not very good resolution, but it's there. And funnily enough, for this car, apparently it's a Japan spec thing. When you put into reverse, it has that sound. So now the owner has also put a nice few touches to modernize the car's driving experience. We have this Android head unit, okay? And one cool feature is there's actually a connection through a Bluetooth module in the OBD that you can actually get driving data from the engine. All right, so you can get real-time information, like how many RPMs, what's the speed, what's the coolant temperature. Now this one are very important. Okay, this is very, very important. Text and all that. All right, so GPS speed, all this. Now down here, he has also changed this to a cup holder. This cup holder is from an Australian company called Trick Bits. Now I've bought this before, but in my attempts to fit, I couldn't get it to fit because there was some interference with parts behind here. But this owner tell me that he got a mechanic to fit it in, and it's a very nice usage of this space, because normally, right, in the E39 there's this lid which always spoils. Okay, so a lot of owners, what they do is that they will take this out and they put a new. There are plenty of 3D printed cup holders here. I also have a different one. Mine is from Rendition, where you actually fold it up so it's sort of like the one that I have in my car replicates the look of the sliding lid here, but you can fold up to a cup holder. Okay, now when you see an E39 with this center armrest, which what this means that this one cannot be opened. Okay, so it only slides forward and backward, but there is no storage underneath. The one in my car where this area is flat, there's a storage bay underneath. This here is just a slot here and that's it. So once again, a lot of part sellers like to call this the M Sport center console. Okay, in some cars there's a telephone here. That one's really cool, but it's not available in this one. Now, the common consensus amongst most critics now is that the best engine that you can pair with the E39 is the 3-liter M54 engine, the 530i. But as I said before, in the Malaysian context, the 525i is the sweet spot in terms of balancing performance as well as running costs due to the much cheaper road tax of the 2.5-liter engine. And that being said, now I've also lived with the 525i before, and the 525i is definitely not underpowered. Compared to my 520i, the 525 has just that better bit of get up and go. So standing start acceleration, the 525i is pretty decent. And I do believe that back in the day, before we are spoiled with the current range of performance cars that we have, the 525i would have been good enough for many people. And I would say that it still does not feel like an underpowered car. Now, one thing about this unit that kind of differentiates it from the others in the market is that the owner has also actually upgraded it with a set of STXA suspension. Now, of course, it's installed by our good friend Mike Yap, and I do know that Mike doesn't just bolt suspension on, he actually takes the effort to tune them properly to give your car properly enjoyable driving sensations. Now, of course, the E39 is already a very, very capable chassis in its standard M Sport suspension, but with the STXA, just now when I went over some bumps, I felt that the ride is a bit firmer, but it's not harsh. So it means that I would believe that this car, if you push it out around corners, the body roll that you experience is very, very minimal. And these are not cheap, by the way. I think Mike charges anywhere between 8K to 10K, depending on the scope of the installation. So this alone really enhances the value of this car. Okay, so now at the darkest corner of the parking lot, let me switch the lights on. Look at this. So I know for a fact that this car's headlights have been enhanced by CSB Pro. And as always, I have nothing but the nicest things to say about the work done by CSB Pro, because look at the calibration, the throw of the lights. Okay, it's very nicely calibrated. It's almost like the kind of beam thrower that you get from a factory LED setup, okay, where there is that step here, okay, on the passenger side, because if a car's headlight is properly set up by the factory, needs to dip a little towards the driver's side, and this is done, okay. And look at the headlights themselves. This is the headlights alone on this car. Really, to me, it's really worth the price of admission. Okay, the lenses are clear, right? All the lighting elements are fresh. Okay, so here you have it. This, in my opinion, is really, well, this is the kind of E39 that you can pay a premium for over what you get in the market, because, well, it is in its original, most appealing factory condition. Yes, this car was converted from pre-facelift to facelift, but it is, as I emphasized, a thorough conversion, right? Featuring all the best parts with a high quality half cut, right? So everything in this car, even though the body shell started off life as a pre-facelift, but it is effectively all a fully functioning facelift E39, okay? And also in one of the most sought after spec, M54 525i M Sport. Okay, and also what I like about this car is that certain parts of it tastefully modified. So you've got the full CSB Pro LED headlight upgrade. You've got the Android head unit touchscreen there that still resembles the original factory head unit, and also you've got the cup holder in the center console. All contributes to a enhanced driving experience that ensures this 20-year-old classic still feels modern on the road. Okay, so this car is looking for a new home, and well, and if you're interested to check it out, arrange for a viewing, do drop a line in the form in the comment section below, and my team will be in touch to assist you. All right, so until my next video, take care, stay safe, and I'll see you soon.